I'm continuing my testing of Evergo made fans that I picked up years ago and never assembled. This is the 52-inch version, and I didn't think to look at the model name, or model number rather, because I'm an idiot. So let's do that real quick now before I forget and get the model number for you. There's the tag. I can't read it, but hopefully you can. Let's see there. Model 4E-3 what now? I can't see it, but I should be able to see it in the video and put it in the title. And yep, it's reversible, cast aluminum, 52-inch. I found this sitting next to the dumpster of a friend's apartment, and wasn't assembled, and the down rod was missing, and didn't have any screws. So the down rod and the screws are not original, but everything else is. And I believe it was my first brass finished one. No, I had the Ward version with the 3 screws first. So this is definitely my first 52-inch, I can tell you that. So let's check it out. This will be the second fan tested with the new rig. Got the Evergo control there. I didn't think to do that in the previous video until partway through. So for those who didn't see previous video, this is a decade capacitor. It's variable from 0 to 10. I've got 2 other 10 microfarad capacitors and the solid state control, so we can try all of that. So right now I believe we're at 0. Turn it to 1 microfarad, 0.04, no movement. 2 microfarads, 0.09, no movement. 3 microfarads, 0.15, and movement. So with this one, you could actually go slower than you could on the 4-7-11 control. You'd have to make your own control to get the slowest speed out of this one. Just curious, if I drop it back to 2, that's a big jump. I'm pretty sure it'll stop, but we can find out. Oh, it doesn't appear to be stopping. This is why I wanted the half microfarads. I could try 2.5. Yeah, it's going at 2 now. Okay, back to 3, 0.15, 4, 0.2, 5, 0.25, 6, 0.3, 7, 0.35, 8.4, starting to feel some air from it, 9.45, 10.49, 0, 10.44. I'm just curious, let me see something. 0.44, 0.45. Okay, I was talking in the previous video about capacitor tolerances. It appears that this one is a little bit lower than that one. I did measure them both, and they were both right around 10, so it's amazing that a small difference can make a difference. So we're at 10 now. 0.44, 11, 0.48, 12.52, 13.56, 14.59, 15.63, 16.66, 17.68, 18.7, 19.72, 20.74. Okay, let's go back to 0, 20, 21.74, 22.77, 23.76, 24.78, 25.79, 26.8, 27.81, 28.82, 29.82, 30.83, and let's compare that to high 0.9. There is a difference. Okay. These are different. The 52-inch perform differently than the 48-inch. These go slower and move air more like a residential fan. It's more of a direct breeze under it. This one also has the blades bent slightly down, which I don't know, I'm assuming it was that way from the factory. Not a whole lot from it back here. Well, no, I guess. Just took a minute. Slight breeze back here. That's about as much as any average 52-inch fan. Okay. What's up next? Still getting used to this. Solid state control. The other thing I have to figure out is where, if it's a reversible fan such as this is, where in the testing phase to reverse it. So I want to go through all 30 speeds with in forward and reverse. Maybe in this case, since it's an Evergo and I'm using the Evergo control, I'll just do forward and reverse with the Evergo control. But not all fans will give me that option, so that'll be interesting. This isn't bad for having been sitting in a, well, I guess next to the dumpster, but sitting outside and never had the bearings touched. Then sitting in my parents' basement for 10, 15 years. I used to collect these type of spinners because, I collected them because I collect fans, but I used to specifically look for these and try to get as many as possible because I used to work with a friend who wanted to have a restaurant, and I figured these would be perfect restaurant fans, and so him and I stopped doing business together. But the old community center, that gave me the inspiration to do that. Sure is taking its sweet time to spin down. I had to make sure that there wasn't anything still going. Where? Really, fan? I got one more fan to test tonight. This is... Okay. So, solid state. Okay, starts out at 0.06. Let's see what happens when we inch it up. Okay, 0.14 is the magic number. Seems like the lights in here are louder than usual. I wonder where that's coming from. No, it's the same ones. I moved back this way to see if the sound was coming from over there, and it's not. It's coming from right beside me. It's the same fluorescent light I used for the fluorescent light test. Just seems louder today for some reason. Maybe I don't, because I don't have the heaters on. Okay, let's go 1/8 of a turn, 0.25. 1/8 of a turn. We're getting a little buzz now, 0.36. Another 1/8 of a turn, 0.57. Safe return 0.73. It does pass the fluorescent light test though. High 0.86 and off. Let's that spin down. Go with the Evergo 5-speed control. I don't know if these would have come with a 5-speed control or with a solid state control. I've never seen a 52-inch one in the box. Most of the 56 industrial ones came with solid state controls, but every so often you would see them come with a 5-speed control. I think the round motors more typically came with a 5-speed control. The pointed motors came with a... And I believe, I haven't measured, but I believe this motor is the same proportions as the industrial version 56-inch. I believe it's pretty much the same motor, just drilled for 4 blades. Yeah, this thing is taking forever to spin down. Please stop so that I can move on. Can't remember what we're supposed to be. Oh yeah, the Evergo. I think this might be my favorite blade badge for these, other than just showing the diamond blade holder, which is my favorite arrangement. I like best also the ones that don't have the rounded blade ends at the motor, but they've got a squared off blade end at the motor. I like those better. Okay, finally. So we're set to 5 over there. Turn it to high here, 0.39. Well, that's a bit slower than I expected, especially for 0.39, so that's not too bad. Okay, 4.5. Setting for current draws is 0.5, just to be clear. 3.59. 2.66. High, as we've seen, 0.92. Off. And once again, we need to let it spin down so I can reverse it. So this new control setup definitely makes it easier. I don't have to do a lot of moving around to change controls. I pretty much have everything I need except for, like I said, the 5-speed. So if I were to install this someplace, I'd probably bend the blade irons so the blades were either straight or slightly up. I don't like these when the blades are slightly down. Can't believe how long the spin down is on this. I wonder if it's bearings, or I wonder if these blades are heavier. They do look like a nicer wood than some of them have. It's a pretty nice wood, actually. Looks very real. Doesn't look like it's overdone. Got one more of these type of fans that I'm going to test tonight. Then I'm going to get me a calzone. Been thinking about a calzone for days now, thanks to Parks and Recreation. At least now I can get in here and do the reverse switch. Still going. Okay. 5.34 in reverse. And that fluorescent light is loud. Four 0.42. Wasn't 4.5 before? So it seems like it's less in reverse. But 0.34 was, yeah, it was less because it's 0.39. 3 is 0.5. 2, 0.55. 1, 0.77. Yeah, it's considerably less in reverse. I'll give it a chance to be victorious over the blender fan, even though I think Andy and I pretty much agreed that that was a fluke with the Islanders and not something to expect in the future. This looks cool in reverse. Too bad these aren't reverse pitched. Okay. What's the best way to turn this off with a new control? How about there? Thanks for watching.